Searching for a greatness over here. Thank you so much and hello guys. Finally welcome back to another brand new video. In today's video, we are going to talk about the most highly anticipated action fantasy movies of 2026, Mortal Kombat 2. Yes guys, today I am going to give you the full detailed explanation, complete review, interesting facts, box office update, OTT update, cast update, story analysis, technical review, audience retention, reaction, and my personal opinion about Mortal Kombat movie. And let me tell you guys, this video is going to be extremely detailed because today we are going to discuss almost 20 massive topics related to Mortal Kombat 2 movie in proper heading wise format. Every topic will be explained in full detail and I will try my best to make this video very easy to understand and super entertaining for all of you. So if you are a fan of action movie, fantasy movie, martial arts movie, or especially Mortal Kombat games, then this video is absolutely for you. Make sure you watch this video until the very end because every single topic is connected to the movie and every section contains something interesting. And before starting the video, if you enjoy movie explanation and review content like this, then please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your friend as well as because it really support the channel a lot of. So without wasting more time, let's start the huge detailed video on Mortal Kombat 2. Introduction of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Guys, Mortal Kombat 2 is one of the biggest video game adaptation of 2026. This movie has been directed by Simon Mascud, who also directed the first Mortal Kombat movie released in 2021. After the success of the first film, fans were waiting for the sequel for many years, and now finally Mortal Kombat 2 has arrived with the bigger action, more brutal fight, more fan favorite characters, and much larger scale story. The movie continued directly after the event of first film and now focus heavily on the official Mortal Kombat tournament. Or Earth realism warriors must prepare themselves for the biggest battle of their lives because Outworld is now stronger than ever before. This time the movie introduces legendary characters like Johnny Cage, Kitana, Jade, Shao Kahn, and many more iconic fighters from the games. The movie is packed with the intense martial arts, brutal fatalities, emotional movement, dark fantasy elements, and insane action sequences that feel directly inspired from the games themselves. The runtime of the movie is around 160 minutes, and the movie is officially rated R because of its extreme violence, gore, bloody fight scenes, and dark action element. Fans of the Mortal Kombat franchise have been waiting for this kind of accurate adaptation for a very long time. The movie was released worldwide on 8th May 2026. Since the fans have been talking non-stop about the action scenes, characters, and introduction, brutal fatalities, and epic tournament battle. So now guys, let's move toward the first heading of the video. First heading is full detail and interesting effects of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Let me tell you guys, Mortal Kombat 2 is much bigger compared to the first movie almost every aspect. The scale of the movie is larger, the fights are more brutal, the story feels more connected to the original game, and the characters are given much more importance this time. One of the biggest highlights of the movie is definitely Johnny Cage. Fans were waiting for Johnny Cage in the first film, and now finally he has arrived in Mortal Kombat 2. His character brings humor, attitude, confidence, and entertainment to the movie while also becoming an important fighter in the tournament. Another interesting fact is the filmmaker focused heavily on the practically fight choreographically instead of depending only CGI. Because of this, many fight scenes feel raw, intense, and realistic. The action sequences are inspired by classic martial arts film and also by original Mortal Kombat games. The movie also contains multiple fan service movement that long-time Mortal Kombat fans are going to love. There are several iconic movies, famous dialogue, classic fatalities, and hidden reference connected to the game. One more interesting thing is that the movie expand the lore of Outworld in a much deeper way. In the first film, we only got small glimpses of different realism, but in this sequel, the world building is much bigger. We get to see now new environment, dark fantasy location, giant battle areas, and the terrifying power of Shao Kahn. The visual of the movie are also much more polished compared to the previous film. The customs, the weapons, creature designs, and battle arena are look more detailed and game accurate. And let me tell you guys, one of the biggest strength of Mortal Kombat 2 is definitely its action scenes. The movie contains several brutal and bloody fight sequences that are much more intense than the first movie. Every major fight feels unique and stylish in its own way. Now let's move toward the second heading of the video. OTT and satellite detail update. Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Guys, Mortal Kombat 2 first received an exclusive theatrical release worldwide. The studio wanted fans to experience the movie on the big screen because of its massive action sequence and larger than life visual. The movie was released in standard theaters, IMAX screen, and premium large format. Fans especially appreciate watching the tournament fight scenes in IMAX because the visuals and sound effects felt extremely powerful. Now talking about the OTT release, the movie is expected to arrive HBO Max offer completing its theatrical running. According to reports, the movie may release digitally within a few months after a theater release. However, officially confirmation regarding to the exact OTT release date has not been announced yet. Talking about the satellite TV rights, there are still no official update regarding television premiere details, but consider the popularity of the franchise in many television networks, I expect to show interest in the movie after the streaming release. For now, best experiment watch Mortal Kombat 2 is definitely in setup because the sound design, visuals, and action sequence are created a big screen experience. Now let's move toward the third heading. Third heading is budget and worldwide box office collection update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. According to report, Mortal Kombat 2 has estimated production budget between 68 million and 80 million dollars compared to the first movie. The sequel received a much larger budget because the studio wanted to expand the world and improve the action quality. A huge amount of budget was spent on a visual fight, choreography, practical set, custom design, creative custom design, creation, and large-scale battle sequence. The movie opened strongly at the box office and received a very good response from Mortal Kombat fans worldwide. Early preview collection were extremely promising, and the movie performed particularly well in action-loving market. One major reason behind the strong box office performance, the popularity of the Mortal Kombat gaming franchise. The game already have the massive global fan base, and many fans were excited to finally see iconic character and tournament battle on the big screen. The film is expected to recover its production budget comfortably in the current performance continues. Many analysts believe that the positive fan reaction and word of mouth support could help movie perform strongly over the coming weeks. And let me tell you guys, R-rated action movies usually depend heavily on fan support, and thankfully Mortal Kombat 2 has received a strong support from action movie audience. Now let's move toward the fourth heading. Fourth heading, pre-production and post-production update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Let me tell you guys, the development of Mortal Kombat 2 started shortly after the success of 2021 Mortal Kombat movie, even though the first film received mixed review from critics, fans loved and brutal action sequence, the fatalities, and the overall game accurate atmosphere. Because of the positive fan response, the studio quickly decided to move forward with the sequel. The writers spent a lot of time improving the script because one of the biggest criticism of the first movie was its story structure and character development. This time, the filmmaker wanted the sequel to feel much bigger, more emotional, and more connected to the original game storyline. The pre-production phase focused heavily on expanding a Mortal Kombat universe, creating a teamwork on designing new realism, new customs, larger, better arenas, and more accurate version of fan favorite character. One of the biggest priorities during the pre-production was Johnny Cage because fans had been demanding his appearance since the first movie. The filmmaker carefully planned his character introduction to make sure he become one of the most entertaining part of the film. The post-production work on Mortal Kombat 2 was massive. The visual effect team worked extremely extensively on creature designs, magical power, energy effect, fantasy environment, and brutal fatalities. The editing team also focused on the market, making the fight scenes feel more intense and fast-paced compared to the first movie. The action choreography in the sequel feel much smoother and more cinematic. The sound design of the movie deserves special appreciation because of the iconic Mortal Kombat soundtrack elements were recreated with the modern cinematic style. Every punch, kick, sword slash, and fatality sound extremely impactful in theaters. Overall, the filmmaker clearly wanted to Mortal Kombat to feel bigger, darker, and more grateful to the original game. Now let's move toward the fifth heading of the movie, filming detail update of Mortal Kombat 2. Guys, the filming of Mortal Kombat 2 finally took place in the Queensland, Australia, especially at the Village Roadshow studio located in Gold Coast. The same location was also for several big Hollywood productions in the past. The production team built massive practical sets for tournament arenas, temples, fantasy environment, and outdoor locations instead of relying completely on CGI background. Many scenes were shot on large physical sets, make the world feel more realistic and immersive. The actors also trained heavily for the fight sequence. Several cast members want to throw martial art training session before filming started. Because of these, many action scenes look authentic and physically demanding. The movie contains large battle choreography involving sword, magic power, martial arts combat, and brutal close range fighting. According to reports, some fight scenes took several days to shoot because the filmmaker wanted every movement to look perfect. The cinematography of the movie also plays a huge role, making the fight visually exciting. The camera movement during combat scenes are much smoother and more dynamic compared to the previous film. Another interesting detail is that many practical effects were used to be blood and gore scenes to give the movie more realistic R-rated feeling. This help the fatalities feel more shocked and intense of the audience. The production design team also deserve appreciation because the environments of Earth's realm and Outworld feel completely different from each other. Earth's realm look grounded and realistic, while Outworld feel dark, dangerous, brutal, and fantasy driven. Now let's move toward the sixth heading, deep story analysis of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Now guys, this is the one of the most important section of the video because here we are going to deeply analyze the story Mortal Kombat 2. The movie mainly focused on the official Mortal Kombat tournament where Earth Realm fighter must defend their world against the deadly force of Outworld. The stakes are much higher this time because of Earth's realism. Lose Outward could gain complete control and destroy everything. The story follows multiple characters at the same time, but one of the central themes of the movie is destiny. Many characters are struggling to understand the purpose and responsibility. Johnny Cage starts as an arrogant celebrity fighter who initially does not take the tournament seriously. However, as the movie progresses, he slowly transfers into the true warrior who understands the importance of protecting Earth's realm. This character arc is one of the strongest part of the movie. Kitana's storyline is also emotionally important because she is torn between loyalty, family, and justice. Her internal conflict add emotional depth to the story and make her character feel more human instead of just another fighter. Shao Kahn is portrayed as the terrifying and ruthless un- ruthless villain. Unlike many modern movie villain, Shao Kahn feels physically intimidating and dangerous throughout the film. His presence creates constant tension because every character fears his power. The movie also explores themes of revenge, sacrifice, loyalty, and survival. Every fighter enters the tournament with different motivation and personal struggle. Some characters fight for honor, some fight for revenge, some fight for simply to survive. One thing that fans are definitely going to appreciate is that movie respect the original Mortal Kombat lore much more than the first film. Several classic story elements from the games are adapted directly into the movie. The pacing of the story is also better compared to the previous film because of the tournament structure give the movie clear direction. Every fight feels connected to the main story line instead of feeling random. Now let's move toward the seventh heading of the video. Seventh heading: explanation with technical review of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Technically, Mortal Kombat 2 is a major upgrade. Mortal Kombat 2 is a major upgrade compared to the first movie almost every department. The cinematography is sharper, the action scenes are choreographed more professionally, the visual effects are more polished, and the overall scale of the movie feels much larger. One of the biggest improvement is definitely the fight choreography. Every major battle scene feels unique and carefully designed Instead of repeating the same fighting style, each character has a different combat movement based on their personalities and abilities. The visual effect quality is also much stronger. This time magical attacks, energy powers, creature effect, portal and fantasy environment look far more realistic compared to the previous film. The editing during action scene deserve appreciation because the camera cuts are not overly fast. The allows viewers to clearly see the choreography and enjoy the brutality of the combat. The background music and sound effect also play a huge role in increasing the excitement of the movie. The soundtrack mixes modern cinematic music with the classic Mortal Kombat theme, creating a nostalgia and powerful atmosphere. The custom design of the movie is another strong aspect. Many characters look extremely close to their video game appearance while still fitting naturally into the live action world. The lighting and color grading also differentiated different realism and environment. Earth realm scenes use more grounded color while outward tones with heavy shadow and dramatic light. Overall, from the perspective, Mortal Kombat 2 feels like a much more confident and published movie compared to the predecessor. 8th heading, Mortal Kombat 2 cast and crew update. Now guys, let's talk about the one of the most exciting part of the Mortal Kombat 2, and that is definitely the cast and crew. One of the biggest reasons why fans are hyped for this sequel is because several iconic Mortal Kombat 2 characters finally appear in the live action form. The movie once again brings back many returning actors from the first film while also introducing brand new fan favorite character. The cast expansion is much bigger this time is helped to movie feel closer to the original game universe. Lewis Tan return once again as Cole Young, the MMA fighter connected to the Earth Realm Warriors. In this sequel, his character get out the development of become a movie involved in the larger conflict between Earth Realm and Outworld. Jessica MC Nami return as a Sonya Blade, and once again her character remains one of the strongest and smartest fighter in the team. Her chemistry with the Earth Realism Warrior feels more natural in the movie. Josh Lawson's Kano was one of the fan favorite characters from the first movie, and fans were extremely excited to see reference connected to him again in the sequel. His humor and energy were one of the highlight of the franchise, but biggest attraction of Mortal Kombat 2 is definitely Johnny Cage. Karl Urban joins the cast as Johnny Cage, and his performance has already become one of the most talked about element of the movie. His vision of Johnny Cage perfectly balanced comedy, confidence, arrogance, and action. The movie also introduces Kitana, Jade, and Shah Rukh Khan in much bigger roles. Fans of these games were waiting for this character for many years, and seeing them finally appear in live action feels extremely exciting. The director Simon McQuoid once again returned to direct the sequel. This time his direction feels much more confident because of the movie focuses more heavily on tournament action and game lore instead of only setting up future stories. The stunt team and material art coordinators also deserve huge appreciation because of the action. Choreography is one of the strongest aspects of the film. Many fight scenes feel like classic martial arts movie mixed with the fantasy action cinema. Now let's move toward the ninth heading of the video. Release date update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Mortal Kombat 2 officially received its theatrically release on 8th May 2026. Fans had been waiting for the movie for several years after the first film release in 2021. The hype for the movie increased massively after the first teaser poster, behind the scene image, and character reveals were released online. Especially the reveal of Johnny Cage created huge excitement among fans worldwide. The movie was released in multiple formats, including the standard theater, IMAX, and premium large screen formats. Because of the large scale action sequence and heavy sound design, many fans preferred watching the movie in IMAX for the best experience. The release timing of the movie was also important because there were not any large R-rated fantasy action movie releasing during the same period. This helped Mortal Kombat to attract as a strong audience during the opening week. The studio also promoted the movie heavily through trailer, gaming event, interviews, social media campaign, and fan convention. Because of the marketing strategy awareness about the movie become a very high before release. Fans especially appreciate how the trailer focus heavily on the action scenes and iconic characters instead of revealing the complete story. This helps maintain the excitement without spoiling the major surprise. Now let's move toward the 10th heading. 10th heading is Mortal Kombat 2 delayed or not? Now let's talk about the delay situation related to Mortal Kombat 2 because many fans were confused about the movie production timeline. After the release of the first Mortal Kombat movie in 2021, the sequel announcement took some time because of the studio wanted to analyze audience reaction and box office performance carefully. Additionally, global production issues and scheduling challenges also affected the development process. Several Hollywood projects during that period experienced delay due to industry-wide production problems. However, despite all these challenges, the Mortal Kombat 2 team continued working on the script, casting, visual effect planning, and pre-production. Many rumors online suggested that the movie could face major delays, but thankfully the production moved forward successfully. The filmmaker used the additional time, improve the script, expand the story, and create bigger action sequences. In many ways, the extra development time actually helped the movie because of the sequel film much more polished and ambitious compared to the first film. Fans were initially worried about delays, but once of the official release date was confirmed, excitement for the movie increases once again. Now let's move toward the 11th heading of the video. 11th heading: detailed budget update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. As compared to the first Mortal Kombat movie, the sequel reportedly received a significantly larger production budget. This allowed the filmmaker to improve the overall scale of the movie in every department. A large portion of the budget was spent on the visual effect because the movie contained multiple fantasy realism, magical power against the environment, creature effect, and brutal fatality. Another major expense was the action choreography. The filmmaker invested heavily in martial arts training, stunt coordination, weapon choreography, and large-scale battle sequence. The custom design department also received a bigger budget because many characters in the Mortal Kombat universe have highly detailed outfit and armor design. The team worked hard to make the custom look realistic while still staying faithful to the games. The production team also spent a lot of money building large practical sets of tournament arenas and outward locations. This helped the movie feel more cinematic and immersive instead of depending completely on green screen technology. The marketing campaign for Mortal Kombat 2 was also very aggressive. The studio promoted the movie heavily through trailer, poster, interviews, gaming, communication, and social media campaign. Overall, the increasing budget clearly helped improve the movie's quality, especially in terms of visual action, world building, and technically presentation. Now let's move toward the 12th heading: box office collection update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Now guys, let's talk about the box office performance of Mortal Kombat 2. The movie opened with strong early collection and received a solid response from action fans of the Mortal Kombat games, especially supported the movie heavily during its opening weekend. The advance booking for the film were already looking strong before release because of excitement among fans had been built for months. The trailer successfully created hype around the brutal action scenes and iconic character appearance. The movie particularly well in internationally market where action and extremely popular countries with large gaming communities also contribute significantly to the film box office number. One of the biggest advantages of Mortal Kombat 2 is its loyal fan base. Even though R-rated movies sometimes have limitations regarding younger audience, strong fan support can still help them become a successful. Word of mouth reaction fan also played a major role. Many viewers praised the action sequence, fatalities, and game accurate atmosphere. Positive audience reaction help increase the interest among the casual viewer as well as industry analysts believe that if the movie continues performing consistency over the next few weeks, it could become 13 heading. Production update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Now guys, let's talk about the production update of Mortal Kombat 2 because the production scale of the movie is much larger compared to the previous film. After the first Mortal Kombat movie became successful among fans, the studio realized that audience wanted a much higher sequel with more tournament action, more iconic character, and a darker fantasy atmosphere. Because of this, the production team planned the sequel on a much larger scale right from the beginning. The filmmaker focused heavily on visual and fighting storytelling, improving the storytelling, fight choreography. One of the biggest goals during production was to create a movie that feels closer to the original Mortal Kombat 2 game. The production team worked closely with stunt coordinator, martial arts trainer, visual effect artist, and custom designer to make sure every character looked authentic. Several large practical sets were created specifically for tournament battle and outworld environment. These sets were designed with extreme detail so that the movie could feel more realistic and cinematic. The filmmaker also paid attention to fan feedback from the first movie. Many fans wanted a stronger tournament storyline, more brutal fatalities, and more iconic characters. Mortal Kombat 2 clearly tries to deliver those things on much bigger level. The production quality of the sequel feels far more polished and ambitious. Every department, including cinematography, sound design, editing, and costume design, shows noticeable improvement compared to the previous movie. Overall, the production team clearly understood the expectation of fans and to create a sequel that feels bigger, darker, and more entertaining in every possible way. Now, let's move toward the 14th heading, new update of Mortal Kombat 2. Guys, ever since Mortal Kombat 2 was officially announced, Fans have been constantly follow every single update related to the movie. One of the biggest updates that created massive hype was the official review of Johnny Cage. Fans had been waiting for his character since the first film, and once his appearance was confirmed, excitement for the movie increases dramatically. 14th heading: New update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Guys, ever since Mortal Kombat 2 was officially announced, fans have been constantly following every single update related to the movie. One of the biggest updates created massive hype was the official reveal of Johnny Cage. Fans had waiting for this character since the first film and announced his appearance was confirmed. Excitement for the movie increased dramatically. Another major update was the confirmation that the sequel would focus much more on the actual Mortal Kombat tournament. Many fans wanted to see proper tournament battle in the first movie, so this update made fans extremely happy. The filmmakers also confirmed that the sequel would include more game accurate customs, fatalities, and iconic character ability. This was another important update because fans always want Mortal Kombat adaptation to stay faithful to the game. Behind the scene images and leaked set photos also created huge discussion online. Fans analyzed every image carefully to identify hidden reference, customs, and possible story details. Another important update was related to the action choreography. According to interviews, the stunt team spent months planning and practice the fight sequence to make them more intense and cinematic than before. The visual effect team also shared that the sequel contained much more advanced VFX work compared to the first movie. This includes magical power, created design, fantasy locations, and brutal fatalities. Overall, almost every update related to Mortal Kombat 2 helped increase fan excitement because the movie appeared much bigger and more ambitious than the original film. Now let's move toward the 15th heading. Behind the scenes update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Now guys, let's talk about some interesting behind the scene detail related to Mortal Kombat 2. The actor reportedly trained for several months before filming started. Since the movie contained heavy martial arts action, the cast had to learn different combat style, weapon handling, and physical fight choreography. Many actors perform a large amount of their own stunt work, which help make the action scene feel more realistic and intense. This dedication from the cast is clearly visible during the fight sequence. The filming schedule was also physically demanding because many scenes involved long hours of action choreography, practical effect, and complicated stunt setup. According to behind the scene report, several fatalities required a combination of practical effect and CGI to achieve the brutal Mortal Kombat style. The filmmaker wanted the violence to feel shocking but also visually entertaining for fans. The custom department focused a major challenge because Mortal Kombat 2 characters have extremely iconic design in the games. The team had to balance realism with game accuracy so that the character looked believable in live action while still feeling recognizable to fans. The stunt coordinator also worked carefully to make every character's fighting style unique. For example, some characters focus more on speed, others on power, and others on weapon or magical abilities. This helps every fight feel different from the other. Another interesting behind the scene detail is that the filmmaker used practical environments whenever possible instead of depending completely on green screen. This gave the movie a more grounded and cinematic appearance. The cast members also shared in interview that the atmosphere on set was extremely energetic because everyone involved understood how important the Mortal Kombat franchise is for fans worldwide. Now let's move forward toward the 16th heading of the video. Facts update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Now guys, let's talk about some interesting facts related to Mortal Kombat 2 movie. One interesting fact is that Mortal Kombat remains one of the most successful and recognizable fighting game franchise in gaming history. Because of these expectations for the movie adaptation were extremely high from the very beginning. Another interesting fact is that the filmmaker tried to include multiple references and Easter eggs connected to classic Mortal Kombat games. Long-time fans are definitely going to notice several hidden details throughout the movie. The sequel also introduces more iconic characters compared to the first movie. Fans had been requesting characters like Johnny Cage, Kitana, Jade, and Shah Rukh Khan for years, and finally they appear in this sequel. One more interesting fact is that many fatalities in the movie were directly inspired by moves from the original game. The filmmaker clearly wanted fans to feel the same brutal energy that made Mortal Kombat famous worldwide. The movie also contained several practical fight sequences with minimal CGI interference. This helped the action scenes feel more grounded and physically impactful. Another major fact is the sequel expands the Mortal Kombat universe significantly. We get to see more realism, larger environment, and deeper lore compared to the first film. The soundtrack of the movie also include modern version of classic Mortal Kombat musical themes, which create nostalgia for long-time fans of the franchise. One more interesting thing is that the filmmaker focused heavily on fan feedback after the first movie. Many improvements in the sequel directly address complaints and suggestions from fans. Overall, Mortal Kombat 2 feels like a movie created specially for fans of the franchise while also trying to attract general action movie audience. Now let's move toward the 17th heading. 17th heading, rating update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Guys, Mortal Kombat 2 has received a lot of attention regarding its uh, uh, rating from both critics and audiences. The movie is officially rated R because of its extreme violence, brutal fatality, gore, strong language, and intense fight scenes. Fans of the game were actually happy about this because Mortal Kombat has always been known for its violent style. Audience reaction toward the movie have generally been much more positive compared to critic reaction. Many fans appreciated the movie for staying faithful to the game and delivering entertaining action scenes. Critics had mixed opinions about the story and pacing, but most reviewers still praised the action, choreography, visual effect, and overall entertainment value. The audience rating online remained strong mainly because fans enjoy seeing iconic Mortal Kombat character finally receiving proper live action treatment. Many viewers especially praised Johnny Cage's character in the brutal fatality tournament battle and the darker fantasy atmosphere of the sequel. The movie may not satisfy every critic, but for fans of action, heavy fantasy entertainment, Mortal Kombat 2 successfully deliver exactly what audience expect from the franchise.
18th heading. Audience reaction update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Now guys, let's talk about the audience reactions. Because audience response plays a huge role for movies like Mortal Kombat 2. Ever since the movie released in theaters, fans have been sharing their reactions all over social media platforms. Many viewers especially praised the brutal action scenes, tournament battles, and viewers also appreciated the fact that the sequel feels much more connected to the actual games. The tournament structure, classic moves, fatalities, and references helped fans feel nostalgic while watching the movie. Johnny Cage became one of the most talked about characters after release. Many viewers loved his humor, attitude, confidence, and entertaining screen presence. According to many audience reactions online, he easily became one of the standout characters of the movie. Fans also praised the darker fantasy atmosphere of the sequel. Compared to the first film, Mortal Kombat 2 feels bigger, more violent, and more cinematic. However, some viewers also felt that the movie focuses more heavily on action than emotional storytelling. A few critics believe certain characters deserve more screen time and deeper development. But overall, the majority of fans agreed that Mortal Kombat 2 successfully delivers what audiences expect from a Mortal Kombat movie. Brutal fights, iconic characters, insane fatalities, fantasy action, and non-stop entertainment. Now let's move toward the 19th heading of the video. 19th heading, shooting update of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Guys, the shooting process of Mortal Kombat 2 was extremely challenging because the movie contains a huge number of action scenes and physically demanding sequences. The cast reportedly spent several months preparing for the film before the cameras even started rolling. Martial arts practice, physical training, stunt rehearsals, and weapon choreography became part of the actors' daily routine. Several scenes required complex fight coordination involving multiple actors at the same time. These scenes took a long time to shoot because the filmmakers wanted every movement to look perfect and realistic. The production team also faced difficulties while filming large-scale battle scenes because many practical effects, explosions, stunt wires, and visual effect markers had to be coordinated together carefully. Some action sequences reportedly took multiple days to complete because even small mistakes could ruin the choreography timing. The stunt coordinators worked very closely with the actors to ensure the fights looked brutal but still remained safe during filming. The filmmakers also focused heavily on practical lighting and realistic environments to make the movie feel more cinematic. Instead of relying only on CGI stages, many scenes were filmed on detailed physical sets. Another challenge during shooting was balancing practical gore effects with CGI enhancements. Mortal Kombat is famous for its violent fatalities, so the filmmakers had to carefully design these scenes to look shocking while still maintaining cinematic quality. According to interviews, the cast developed strong teamwork during production because everyone understood how physically demanding the movie was. The intense shooting process helped improve the chemistry between many characters on screen. Now, guys, we are finally moving toward one of the most important parts of the video. 20th heading, ending explained of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Now let's deeply talk about the ending of Mortal Kombat 2, because the climax of the movie sets up massive possibilities for the future of the franchise. During the final act of the movie, the tournament reaches its most dangerous stage as Earthrealm's warriors face deadly opponents from Outworld. The stakes become extremely high because the future of Earthrealm depends completely on the outcome of the tournament. The climax delivers multiple brutal fight sequences, emotional sacrifices, and massive confrontations between key characters. Every major fighter gets an important moment during the final battles. Johnny Cage proves himself as more than just an arrogant celebrity fighter. By the end of the movie, he fully transforms into a true warrior willing to fight for Earthrealm. His character development becomes one of the emotional highlights of the climax. Shao Kahn's presence during the final act feels extremely threatening because he represents raw power and destruction. The movie constantly reminds viewers how dangerous it is. Shao Kahn's presence during the final act feels extremely threatening because he represents raw power and destruction. The movie constantly reminds viewers how dangerous the Outworld Emperor truly is. The ending also leaves several storylines open for future sequels. Some characters survive with unfinished arcs, while new threats are teased for the future. This clearly shows that the filmmakers are planning to continue expanding the Mortal Kombat cinematic universe. Many fans are already discussing possible future characters and storylines that could appear in the next movie. The ending creates enough excitement and mystery to keep audiences interested in the franchise moving forward. Now, guys, let's move toward my personal review and final opinion about Mortal Kombat 2. Personal review and final opinion of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. So, guys, after watching Mortal Kombat 2, I personally feel that this movie is a major improvement compared to the first film. The action sequences are bigger, the visuals are stronger, the tournament storyline feels more focused, and the overall movie feels much more connected to the original games. The biggest strength of the movie is definitely its action choreography. The fight scenes are brutal, stylish, violent, and extremely entertaining. Fans of martial arts movies and fantasy action films are definitely going to enjoy these sequences. Johnny Cage is easily one of the best parts of the movie. His humor, attitude, and character arc add a lot of entertainment value to the story. The visual effects and world building are also much better compared to the previous movie. Outworld especially looks dark, dangerous, and visually striking. Impressive. However, the movie is not perfect. Some emotional moments could have been developed more deeply, and a few supporting characters deserved additional screen time. But honestly, if you are a Mortal Kombat fan, then this movie gives you exactly what you want. Brutal fights, iconic fatalities, tournament action, fantasy storytelling, and fan service moments. From a technical perspective, the movie is strong. From an entertainment perspective, the movie is highly enjoyable. And from a fan perspective, the movie feels much closer to the spirit of the games compared to previous adaptations. Overall, Mortal Kombat 2 is a solid action fantasy sequel that successfully expands the franchise and delivers a fun cinematic experience for fans. Final rating of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. So guys, if I have to give Mortal Kombat 2 an overall rating, then personally I would give this movie around 8 out of 10. For action lovers, martial arts fans, fantasy movie audiences, and Mortal Kombat gamers, this movie is definitely worth watching in theaters. Outro. So guys, that was my full detailed explanation, review, analysis, and complete breakdown of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. I hope you enjoyed this massive detailed video. If you liked this video, then please make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends as well, because it really supports the channel a lot. Also, comment below and tell me which Mortal Kombat character is your favorite, and what you personally thought about Mortal Kombat 2 movie.
Also comment below and tell me which Mortal Kombat character is your favorite and what you personally thought about Mortal Kombat 2 movie. And guys, stay tuned because very soon I will bring more movie explanation video, Hollywood movie review, ending explained videos, and detailed breakdown content for all of you. Stay safe, keep supporting. We'll see you guys in the next video very soon.
It's searching for greatness.